Now at 11, decisions made.
Tonight, we've spoken and we stand here united as Ohioans in a historic victory.
Voters make their voices heard at the polls, enshrining the right to reproductive health care in the state constitution and making recreational marijuana legal. Right now, team coverage of what comes next for those issues and what voters encountered at the polls today.
Live from WKYC Studios, this is What's Next with Russ Mitchell and Betsy Kling.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this election night.
Well, tonight the voting is over. The results are coming in, and some races are still too close to call. We have team coverage of all the top issues and races with Bree Buckley monitoring some of the problems at the polls tonight. Danielle Wiggins has a breakdown of major school levy results. Lydia Esparra has reaction from Akron's new mayor-elect.
Also, Mark Namick from Signal Cleveland will be here with his commentary. Lena Lai will join us in just a bit for reaction to the results of issues 1 and 2. Let's take a look at the numbers right now. Issue 1 is passing with 55% of the vote, with 88% of the precincts reporting. Issue 1 was called pretty early tonight by the networks and by the Associated Press, with Ohio voters approving a constitutional amendment that guarantees the right to abortion and other forms of reproductive health care.
And Ohio voters are also saying yes to issue 2, with 56% of the vote and 85% of precincts reporting. That means the recreational use of marijuana is going to be legal in Ohio.
Let's begin our team coverage now with Lena Lai and a look at voter breakdown on issues 1 and 2.
Lena, good evening to you. And it sure didn't take long to get the results in on these 2 races tonight.
Hi, guys. No, it didn't. You know, since Roe v. Wade was overturned in June of last year, voters have backed abortion rights in 6 states, including red states like Kansas and Kentucky. Ohio tonight becomes the 7th with the passage of issue 1. Meanwhile, Ohio becomes the 24th state in the nation to legalize recreational marijuana.
We did it! We did it!
It was a hard-fought win for supporters of Issue 1, the constitutional amendment to protect the right to abortion up to the point of fetal viability.
Across the state, we're going to bed knowing that we own our own bodies.
But for opponents of Issue 1, an equally hard defeat.
We know that Issue 1 does not represent Ohio values. It took $35 million in out-of-state funding and ads filled with fear and deceit to push the most radical abortion agenda into our state constitution.
Both sides flooded the airwaves with more than $26 million in ad spending, with Governor DeWine and the First Lady weighing in.
Issue 1 is just not right for Ohio.
But supporters of Issue 1 overcame unique challenges, including a Republican effort in August to make an amendment harder to pass, as well as a GOP move changing the ballot language instead of using the full text of the amendment.
You made this victory possible.
Meanwhile, in Tremont tonight, backers of Issue 2 celebrating the legalization of recreational marijuana.
It has been a multi-year long battle.
But unlike Issue 1, which is an amendment, Issue 2 is a citizen-initiated statute, which means the GOP-controlled General Assembly has the power to amend or even repeal the law.
I think that any legislator who thinks that they want to overturn the will of the people is probably making a pretty bad political move.
And tonight, President Biden weighing in on the passage of Issue 1, saying in a statement tonight, in part, Ohioans and voters across the country rejected attempts by MAGA Republican elected officials to impose extreme abortion bans that put the health and lives of women in jeopardy. By the way, we also reached out to Governor DeWine's office for reaction to passage of Issues 1 and 2, and we did not get a response tonight. Russ.
Okay, Lena Lai, thank you.